everybody. Today we're going to look at the hip shift in the squat. If you're troubled with the hip shift, maybe you've overanalyzed it, maybe you haven't at all, but you just can't quite figure it out. It's pretty common. Maybe we've addressed adductors already. Maybe we've addressed internal rotation, external rotation. We've paid attention to the rooting in our foot. We've even looked at, if we're shifting this way, an oblique expansion drill on the other side, and maybe more. My point is, sometimes we can overanalyze, or we can just struggle to find the root cause of these things. This may or may not be your problem, but we see this really frequently. So what we're going to do today is actually look at how your walkout and the alignment of your feet in the rack and or against a wall in front of you may be the cause of your hip shift. Let's check it out. So hopefully you have a very good and diligent setup. Cassie's just going to set up for us here, walk the squat out, and squat. Now she doesn't have a massive hip shift, but let's take a step either forward or back with one of your feet. A little more. There it is. Good, and squat. Get a good brace for me. And up, and we did actually see a little bit of hip shift down and over. Re-rack that for me. You might have missed what she did, that I had her exaggerate even more. So let's look at it briefly. Don't walk out with a squat with a bar on your back yet. Just imagine unracking. And let's do it clean. Let's do step back, hold, and then we talk about a 3-step squat setup. So one of these feet is going to step out to find width, but very commonly that leads to out and back and or out and forward. Now, this is heavy weight. Step back with that other foot for me. Yep. So now imagine this with heavy weight. We don't want to fidget. We don't want to readjust. We're teaching definitely don't look down at your feet. But we can see if we drew a line here, there's at least an inch difference in between those feet. Very common to see. So now we execute a squat. And really commonly with that, there's a hip shift when we stand up. One of the problems is, if Cassie relaxes here, she stepped back, found that width, and the body is trying to force against that rotation because she's looking and her brain is seeing space in front of her that's straight. The squat rack is straight, the wall is straight, so she turns her torso back to a line straight. If she closed her eyes and relaxed her body, you might actually see that rotate back this way because that's more of the direction that she's standing. Anything to add to that before we talk about a fix?
No.
Cool. So you might also just step back. You could be a person that just steps back twice and you stutter or stagger your stance. Solution for you, don't look at your feet. That's my tip of the day. Chalk or tape. Hopefully you're in your garage gym or the gym allows you to set up a little bit. But if we took some tape, so we can see it better here, about where would you walk out and set up? About there. So this doesn't have to be perfect. This is just going to be a reference point. Go ahead and walk out with the bar and set up for me. This can easily be a line of chalk that you can clean up when you're done. And find your width, if you're not already there. Good. So I can't guarantee this is exactly straight on the floor, but maybe a 1/4 inch difference, so really, really close. Take a step forward with either one of your feet, just one. This is what we're trying to avoid, right? Very clear, you can watch on your videos. You don't have to squat that, you can re-rack it. A lot of times you will see the natural line. Here we have some carpet. I just highlighted it with some yellow tape for you guys to see. You might see an actual line and reference in the gym flooring of your gym as well. Now, we have to highlight, I know she's going to talk about this in a second, you must lift your warm-up with intent. You can't just start paying attention to your walkout and your stance once it gets heavy, especially if you're filming it. If you're off that day, maybe you're a little twisted up and need to see your chiropractor. Maybe you slept wrong. I'm not sure. Might need some more movement prep. However, if you're a little twisted up that day, you need that first set to watch it so you can make a correction in your stance during your walkout. Cass, what do you have to add to that?
One mistake that I see where people have their feet in different areas is if they're trying to take a really big step with that first step. Especially because if you have weight on your back, if you take a really big step, think about that. You have to be able to stand on one foot with weight on your back to get that other leg to step back. That's a lot of demand to be from here, single leg stance, and here. So if I can minimize how much time my body has to support weight on my back in a single leg stance, I'm gonna feel a little bit more stable. Also, going way back, taking a big step back, it's also just going to force my spine to also twist more. So again, it's just about how can I stay as stable as possible with weight on my back, getting into the stance that I'm going to squat in.
So to recap, if you have a hip shift or maybe some hip pain that you can't quite figure out in your squat, you might want to take some time to analyze if you're walking out straight in regards to the wall in front of you and the rack in front of you. Because if you're crooked to that, your body will see it and it will try to pull back straight. Hopefully this helps in your squat and alleviate some problems if you're not walking out very clearly and cleanly.